Hey guys. Hey everyone. I just made the post in Discord and I just posted it to Twitter. So I'm going to give it a second for the notifications to go out. If they do, hopefully they will. Also, I'm going to venture to say that we probably won't get a lot of people in here. I know a lot of people's busy getting everything ready for Easter. Also, I didn't really put a controversial title like what's going on these like what's the drama on the YouTube streets or let's talk about Katie Joy or anything like that. So curious to see how many people we have come in tonight. But either way, it's been a minute since I've done a hangout, so I wanted to do a hangout where we could chit chat, get caught up on whatever. I'm back into now laters like really bad. I used to be obsessed with those when I was pregnant. Yeah, exactly. I need to stop eating them so I can talk though. Where's Sherry been today? I haven't been in Discord really. Has Sherry been in Discord? I was like, Sherry hasn't been in my streams today. Where is she? Hey, Wildflower. Hey. How you doing? Okay, Sherry, that makes sense. So, y'all. First off, I have to say I'm working on a video about Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley and their appeal. I don't even know how they're in prison right now. I legit don't even know how they're in prison right now. They should not be in prison. That trial should have never moved forward. Hey, Lisa. Why am I yelling? I want to look at the comments on this really quickly. Y'all. See, that's the thing, Wildflower. Anytime I do a video on the Chrisleys and I say, like, well, I feel bad for them, most of my chat's like, I know, me too, because most of my chat, they like the Chrisleys. But a lot of my other viewers that just like kind of, that aren't here all the time, that kind of watch on replay, they don't like them. They're like, no, they stole from the government. They should go to jail. But I'm like, does everybody really, are you guys like really paying attention to what happened here? They were railroaded. They were railroaded. And my thing is if the government will railroad them, they will railroad anyone. Right. I'm not saying that they're completely innocent in this, but you have the right to a fair trial. There are procedures that you are supposed to follow. There are things that are not supposed to happen. Like, first things first, the search warrant. Okay. So the search warrant that was initially done, it was an illegal search warrant, right? So he lied, I think, and said that he had a search warrant when he didn't, and searched the property and found evidence, whatever, documents, blah, 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 blah. And when the trial started, or before the trial started, the defense obviously filed a motion to suppress that evidence, to say, like, that evidence was found in a legal search warrant. They did establish that it was an illegal search warrant. So before the trial started, they established that was an illegal search warrant. No evidence that came from that search warrant was admissible in court and should have even been brought into court, right? So they proved it was a illegal search warrant. And not only was it immediate evidence that was found there, but anything that was found because of that evidence. Say, okay, they found documents while they were doing that search, and they found a folder with documents that looked suspicious. So then they followed the paper trail and found more evidence. That other evidence can't even be brought in because it was found based off this illegal evidence. So they filed a motion to suppress any evidence that was found due to that illegal search warrant. And the judge agreed. Like, yeah, you can't bring any evidence that was found from that search warrant. Now they also filed a motion basically saying any evidence that is brought in, they need to prove that they didn't get it from that search warrant. Because how are we going to know? Like, they need to say this is where it came from. That way, we know it didn't come from there. That didn't happen. The judge actually denied that request. The judge denied that motion, kind of forcing the prosecution to prove where they got the evidence from to make sure they didn't get it from that illegal search. So the real weight of the case came from Mark Braddock, who was their ex-business partner. The fruit of the poisonous tree, exactly. Yes, April, that is what it's called. I heard Emily say that today. So the weight of this trial, like what really, I'm trying to think of how to say this. Okay, so Mark Braddock, he was like their star witness, one of them. Mark Braddock was their business partner, ex-business partner, who claimed that him and Todd had an affair. Had no proof of the affair, no emails where they were telling each other how much they love each other, no text messages where they were telling each other how much they meant to each other, no pictures, no proof that there was there. So my thing is, if he went to court and got on the stand and said there was this huge affair, but had no proof of it, you don't have an affair with someone for years and have absolutely no proof of it, right? So I don't believe that they had an affair. Now, one thing that I remember hearing a while back was that one of their other business partners admitted, I think at the pretrial hearing, I don't know if she was brought into the hearing. I think it was a female. And I think this was the pretrial hearing. She was one of Ty and Julie Chrisley's witnesses that testified that Mark Braddock approached her and said he was going to take the Chrisleys down. This was when he was still their business partner. And he asked her to help him, that he was going to do anything that he could to take the Chrisleys down, right? So I'm wondering if maybe he had some obsession with Todd, because that was also said. So, yeah, if y'all disagree and y'all believe they're guilty of sin, I respect your opinion. I'm just trying to make things make sense. Why did the judge do things that should not have been done? Why did the IRS do things that should not have been done? Why were all these things? It was really like they were out for blood. It was really like They just wanted to like make a name for themselves by getting the Chrisleys. So, anyways, he made those wild accusations that they had this affair. There was no proof of it. Um, One of the other business partners came forward to say, listen, Mark Braddock approached me such and such time, mad at Todd. He was still working for Todd, but said that he was going to bring Todd down and he wanted me to help. So you also have people saying that Mark Braddock was obsessed with Todd. He bought Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley's old house. They moved, put it up for sale. He bought it. He also started dressing like Todd Chrisley. This is allegedly just from things that was said. So he starts dressing like Todd. He buys Todd's old house. Um, Almost seems like he tells the court that they had an affair, which there was no proof of. It's like, did he hit on Todd and Todd like turn him down but not fire him? So then it made him feel some type of way. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to make things make sense. Either way, let me tell you guys, I have a CPA, right? Who does my taxes. And I just bring what my CPA tells me to bring. My CPA says I need this, 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 and this, and this. You keep up with your deductions, you keep receipts, you keep this, this, and this, and this. And then I go and I say, here's everything, file my taxes. I don't know taxes. He's supposed to know taxes. If he tells me, hey, listen, we can file something this way and it'll get you more money, it's just a loophole. I'm like, sure, whatever. You know the loopholes, I don't. Give me back what you can get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyways. So Mark Braddock seems like just a business partner that like scorned ex business partner. So you have his testimony. He was like one of the main witnesses. Then you have Betty Clark, who is the IRS employee, who lied on the stand, like 100% lied. The prosecution knew that she was lying. She knew that she was lying, but they did not want the jury to know that Todd and Julie Chrisley had paid their taxes. Exactly. Like Emily said in her video, basically the IRS will find a way to get their money, even if that means you get the crap end of the stick. Exactly. So where's my notes? Because you guys, I have so many notes. I made like a 14-minute video that I'm going to put out, but there's like so much. Let me go over some of this because it's wild. Okay, so their primary arguments is so the fraud case rested largely on the testimony of the Chrisley's business partner, Mark Braddock. Mark was granted immunity in return for him testifying against Todd and Julie, claiming that he helped them facilitate fraud. However, it was said that he was like a sworn ex-business partner, and the Chrisleys also had a witness that testified, I think at pretrial, that Braddock approached her asking her to help him destroy Todd Chrisley. He bought Todd's old house, wore Todd's clothes, blah 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 blah. The government also relied heavily on testimony of the IRS employee Betty Clark. After the conviction, Betty Clark would contact Todd's accountant and tell them that they didn't know money. So here's the thing. They were saying that for the year like 2010 that they didn't file. That for the year 2014, 15, and 16 that they filed, but they owed money and never paid it. So that's what they were alleging, right? Well, at the trial, by the time the trial happened, whatever, like they have filed their taxes and they have paid their taxes. However, when they were first indicted, they had not paid their taxes for like 3 years when they were first indicted. However, once they were indicted, they paid it. They had filed their taxes for every year, from my understanding. From my understanding, there wasn't 1 year that they didn't file. There were 3 years that they hadn't paid yet, but they had filed, right? Oh, Janie, my CPA messed my taxes up too. My CPA messed my taxes up this year. So, I mean, we got 6 kids. We should qualify for, like, the child tax credit, but this year our CPA messed our taxes up, and we were gonna get, like, $500 or something. No, like, 4, when technically it should have been, like, 7. We should have got, like, 7 grand, but our CPA messed our taxes up. So we had to amend it, and now we'll probably get it in 10 years. God knows how long, you know? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Wildflower. I can show you how I did it, I think. Um, so okay. So Betty Clark was the IRS worker. She was called to testify. Now, before she was called to testify, oh, thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I can okay. Let me try to show you guys how to do this really quickly, if I can remember. I do them different almost every time. My hair was actually wet from me washing it last night. So, okay, so I just did it like this. I think this was how I did it. Hold on. I might not can show you. Hold on, I did it wrong. Um, I do my messy bun different. I do my bun different almost every time. But I thought I remembered how to do it this time, but maybe not. Okay. I know I cut it off like right here or something. Yeah, like that. There we go. Um, some people that make a certain amount of money don't realize if they have taxes held back each check, they won't have to pay in by the end of the year. My husband does it. Um, yeah, so we have always had taxes held out of our check. Like Sean, any job he's ever had, he's had taxes held out. Any jobs I've ever had, I've had taxes held out. YouTube doesn't hold out taxes, so I have to send them in quarterly. Um, so and we would always get it back at the end of the year. Did you guys see that? Which it didn't look as good as it did, but that's kind of how I did it. Um, oh wow, my hair is still kind of wet. So okay, so before okay, almost down to the bottom of it, almost down, and then back, and then just spread it out kind of like that. And I guess because it's dry and it's kind of looking a little. Anyways, um, so it doesn't look as cute, but that's how I did it, and it stayed before. Um, and then you can pin this back. A lot of times I will pin my hair back here. I actually do have bobby pins in it back now to the bottom because my bottom is not. Yes, I do use hair products. So my most favorite hair product is called Lange Marula oil. I love that. And I use a leave-in conditioner every time, like when I wash my hair. And I only wash my hair like once every 2 weeks, probably. Because I heard if you wash your hair like every day or almost every day, it like strips it. So I only wash my hair like every 2 weeks. But let's see. Right now, this is the shampoo that I'm using. Lange, whatever. They have really good shampoo as well. They have the Marula oil shampoo, but it's expensive and you don't get a lot. And I have really thick hair. So when I wash my hair, I have to have a lot of shampoo and a lot of conditioner to wash my hair. And Lange, I would go through a bottle of Lange in like 3 washes, 4 washes, and it was expensive. So right now we are using, me and my daughter use this. Olaplex #4 Bond maintenance shampoo, repair, strength, and nourishes all hair types. Yeah, natural oils are great for your hair and scalp. Yeah, that's what I've always heard. So my hair's so thin, straight, and oily. I wash it every night. Um, I started using like dry shampoo. That way, if it would get a little oily, I could use dry shampoo and it wouldn't look oily, you know. But this woman, so she was brought in to get ready for her testimony, and prosecution basically told her to go based off of an older system or out of date system. And basically, who is it? That's, oh, come here, babe. That system would show that they had not paid, even though they had, because they didn't want. Oh, thank you, babe. Do you want to hang out with me and do a live with me? I'm just chit chatting. What are you doing in the house? Oh, you look so stressed.
I'm gonna be on the line. I'll sit here for a minute.
Okay. Sean was I gave Sean the evil eye earlier when he interrupted my live. So this time he's like barely opening the door. You scared? Because I beat him. No. I'm sure that'll be pointed out that I gave you the evil eye. Some clip channel will like, look, her husband's coming in probably to bring her food and she's giving him the evil eye.
Sure. From time to time. I mean, I give you the evil eye sometimes.
You do. No, we give each other the evil eye at times.
You give it to me. But
As much as I like love my husband, I give him the evil eye at times. I like that tan, babe. Don't mind my growling and grunting husband over here. You need to get their detangler for your kids. Which one? Olaplex? If they haven't seen couples throw darts with their eyes, then they're bored. Y'all, I mean, I remember one time seeing on a clip channel where I was like talking about the fact that it seemed like I wasn't paying mind to Sean, but it was because I didn't know he was talking to me. He was on a live with me one time and he was explaining something and I was doing something in my phone. And he's like, "Hey, are you listening?" I was like, "Oh, were you talking to me?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, I thought you were like telling the people. I didn't know you were telling me." He's like, "No, I'm telling you." So a clip channel like clipped and was like, "She could care less what her husband's saying." And I'm like, we listen to each other most of the time. Um,
everybody do really bad.
I think I do. I think I have ADD. I've noticed it a lot lately. Like Sean will be talking about whatever, like something to do with my car, and I'm like,
We're talking about like it's about to be the end of the world. Like we got 15 minutes left. You'll be like, oh well, guess what? Tom Sandoval did.
did y'all hear him?
Shit about Tom Sandoval.
He'll be like,
The world's about to end.
he'll be like, I'll be telling you that the world's about to end. We got 15 minutes left to live, and you'd be like, so let me tell you what Tom Sandoval did. I didn't even know they had detangler. The only way I know about the Olaplex is because Paris wanted that for Christmas. So we got her that, and now I use it, and I really like it. It smells really good. How's the kiddos?
Sleep. The little ones. The other ones are fine. Just gotta go clean the kitchen.
Did Kennedy take the card she made me? What'd she do with
I
it?
think she messed it up. She was in there doing something. She said she wanted the heart to be bleeding.
She wanted a bleeding heart. This is Paris's top. I stole it from her. So I'm not sure where you can order it. Maybe Amazon? Mm-hmm.
You gotta go kill a leopard.
Paris has her graduation stuff in. Her cap and gown. You were like,
My knee is hurting.
oh, here's her computer that she couldn't find.
My knee is hurting. My legs are hurting.
I'm so sorry, babe.
That's why I'm grunting.
Yeah, he is grunting.
I'm gonna go clean the kitchen.
I love you. Here's her invitations. And y'all, here's all her invitations. Do we have her name cards in every one of them or just that one? I think she did that. Yeah. But we only get 11 tickets to the graduation. Which sucks. So because their graduation will be at their school and it's not a big school, it's going to be in the gym. Fire marshal, you're only allowed 11 tickets. I have 6 kids. You know, her, so 5 kids, me and Sean, that's 7 people. So, like, I've like messaged the senior class. I was like, if anybody has any extra tickets, I need them. Yes, she is going to college. She's enrolled, she's accepted. And I'm super proud of her because she has several scholarships. Hello. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Oh my God, 6 tickets? That is crazy. All right, I gotta call my hubby. Because our son Christian was going to stay somewhere for the first time tonight, and he just called wanting to come home. Hey, Bobby just called. He wants to come home. All right. All right. Love you. Bye. It was his first time staying somewhere, so kind of figured that might happen. Um, yeah, Bobby has, I mean, he has stayed the night places, like if I'm in the hospital, things like that. But this is his first time like staying with a friend, right? And he's 9. My kids don't get out much. I like them to be at home. Okay, so let me tell him that dad's on his way. All right, let me tell y'all guys the scholarships that she got really quickly. And then we'll talk more about the Chrisleys if you guys want. I have a whole video coming out though. Okay. So she's got the Academic Excellence Scholarship. She's got Outstanding Student Scholarship, Presidential Honors Scholarship. She's got TOPS Performance Scholarship, and then she has the if you work on campus, you also get a scholarship, which is only like $500, but hey. So she has the Student Employment Scholarship as well. So academic excellence, outstanding student, presidential honors, tops, and then the student employment. And then she has some other stuff that she's supposed to be getting. Um, the lady that works at the college that does like scholarships, she said towards the end of something, she would get another one, I guess, right before she starts. I don't know. This is my first time having a kid go to college, so it's like a learning experience on filling this out, doing this, make sure you got this done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Wildflower. Like, I'm trying to think. I think Bobby has stayed with my mom when I was in the hospital. I don't think he's ever stayed at Sean's parents' house without us. Oh, thank you, Blue Apple. Thank you so much. Welcome to the LB family. Love that. Um, she's done so good. Paris has maintained her grades, even when she's had like difficult things going on in her life, like breakups or like bullying. She was bullied a lot. Um, and it was tough. There were times where it was tough. Um, thank you. Blue Apple, where did I see you? I see you somewhere else. Is it EKC? Is it EKC? Um, I really enjoy. I find myself like going and checking EKC like every night to see if she's live. Yes, I like EKC. Um, so yeah, she's had a lot going on in her, that's been she deals with a lot, and I'm just super proud of her. Super, super proud of her. So she will graduate next month, um, May 5th, and I'm just super excited about it. Y'all, part of the Stop Censorship Care Group. Yes, I love that. I told this to my Discord members the other day, and I don't want to go much too into detail, but it's just kind of funny, honestly. So one thing that I always worried about, um, oh, I can't either. I can't either, Friday Mom. One thing that I always kind of worried about is if my kids were to like look me up on YouTube and see like mean videos about me, how would that like affect my kid? Well, Paris has already realized that they're out there, and she commented on it the other day. She's just like, I just think it's stupid. Mind you, this is an 18-year-old. She's like, it's so stupid when I go to YouTube and I see videos made about you by people that don't even know you, and they're making these like wild and crazy claims about you, like that you're a scammer and you're this and you're that. It's just stupid that these adult people don't have anything better to do with their time than to like make these videos about you when they don't know you. So that's she said it irritates her, she's like, it irritates me because I know it's not true and it irritates me. So it sucks, but she is very smart and she to her it's just like, wow, what a loser. Um, yeah, every creator has haters, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Um, well, the other day, my son's girlfriend was here. So my son is 15 and he has a little girlfriend and she was here and um she had actually looked me up on YouTube. And the first video that popped up was a video saying that I duct tape my kids. So at first I was like, oh, that irritates me. And my son, Caden, he is hilarious. He busted out and he said, I'm just gonna call his girlfriend Ashley, because I don't want to put her name out there. He says, Ashley, imagine you come to my house one day and my mama got me duct taped to my bed. And he just like bust out laughing. She bust out laughing, and then I bust out laughing because I was like, just to picture it, my son is bigger than me. My son is big, like my son and my daughter, my older ones, they're like bigger than me. And He's like, "Imagine you come to my house one day, walk in, and my mama got me duct taped to my bed." So it was pretty funny that he made, like, a joke out of it, but I was, like, kinda mortified at first. I was like and she was like, "Yeah, so I looked you up on YouTube because, I know you do YouTube videos, and the first video that popped up was a video about you duct taping your kids." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." And Kane's like, "Imagine you come in our house one day and I'm duct taped to the bed." I'm like and then they bust out laughing. I was like, "Honestly, it's really ridiculous." Because the only it's really ridiculous. Like, it really is. Like, I can't even imagine if, like, my mom was to see that. My mom would be like so the people that know me, like in my real life, if they were to hear that, they would think that it's just as ridiculous. Like my daughter thinks it's ridiculous when she sees a video where somebody that doesn't know me is calling me a scammer, a liar, a thief, a fraudster, a this, a that. This is the girl that has been with me her whole life. So she knows my mom's none of those things. So it's so wild to see somebody that has never met her, never even had a conversation with her, make those accusations. And her at 18 years old, she has enough common sense to realize how stupid it is. I would never do that to someone. That's the other thing. I wouldn't just make up outlandish lies on anybody. It's wild the lies that they will make up. Like my thing is like I do videos on people. I talk about people on my channel. Like earlier, I was talking about Ryan Edwards. But I'm not making up lies on these people. I'm not like taking something that they say and twisting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not listening to a story of theirs and then making it into something like bad or acute. You know what I'm saying? It's just wild. But no one person should get to decide what channels are worthy to be on YouTube. Right. Yeah. It's so wild because I'm like, these people that are like complaining have done worse stuff. It's really weird. One thing that I've realized is a lot of the people that complain about other creators, it's not because they think that other creators are bad people that do bad things, because they are bad people that do bad things. They are people that talk about other people's looks. They are other people who just talk down on people. They are people that lie on people. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and some one of the creators like straight up made up a lie on this person, and they were like, "What? That's a straight up lie! Like I can't believe they would just straight up lie like that." And I said, "Yeah, because they do that. Like they've done it to me time and time again. Like that's how like I can tell that some of these creators are just blatant liars when they make up you know what I'm saying? Like when they make up a lie on you, that's when it's like, okay, this is not a case of they're just misinformed. This is a case of they are liars and they are telling these lies for content. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like when you look at these groups of people that want to be like the moral authority over YouTube, but they want to be the gatekeepers of YouTube, and they're like, we're not going to put up with your doxing. Hello, you guys doxed. We're not going to put up with you guys, like, I don't even know, like doing this and that. And it's like, y'all do that. Like, it's really the only thing that it is. And this is it. It's not that they really believe that these creators are doing everything that they claim they are because they know themselves that that's a lie. It's just that for some reason or another, they don't like the creator. So now they want to get rid of the creator. And that is them trying to gatekeep YouTube. I'm like, honestly, this like people going after me, and I ain't even trying to have them removed off YouTube. Somebody said they can't watch me because religion. I don't even talk about religion a lot. The only thing I ever say is like, pray for them. If you're the praying type, pray for them. Or every once in a while, I'll say, you guys know that I'm a Christian. I don't feel like I bring it up a lot. But I do feel like I say, like, I'm respectful of other people and how they, what they choose to believe and how they choose. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody, my thing is like, if somebody has an issue with the little amount that I may say I'm a Christian, they're not accepting of others, you know? And there's some people that I don't want on my channel that I would prefer that they didn't follow me because they're just not my type of people. I'm not serious religion. Yeah, but hey, pray for me for sure. And I always say, like, if I'm talking about somebody like Ryan Edwards, if I'm like he's going downhill quick, like I worry that like something bad might happen. If you're the praying type, if you believe in the power of prayer, pray for him. I might say something like that. We're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but you don't got to rely on people. It's real. Exactly. Exactly. Hmm. That's weird. Is it letting you guys like the video? It let me. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa, you have been with me for a while too. Lisa, what? You've been here what? Maybe almost the whole time. Exactly. And I've had people like go after me hard, and I try just to ignore it for the most part. You know, I have come to accept that. Like when I first started on YouTube, when someone would be like, "Oh, I don't like this content. I'm unsubscribing," or "I'm not subscribing to you," or like, "What do you think you're doing?" It would kind of bother me. I'd be like, "Oh, what did I do? Like, why?" But as time went on, I started realizing I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. I am very much a like I'm different than other creators. Like rather than me just being very like in your face with something, like with even with my opinions, I keep it pretty neutral. And I'm like, well, what do you guys think? And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of think this versus like some channels are like, that is wrong. It was wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're screwed up. You're a bad person. You're a piece of crap. I'm more like, well, that's a crappy thing to do. What do you guys think? You know? I here's the thing. I do have a lot of respect for creators that are like that. Um, because there's this part of me that kind of wishes I was like that. Like, there's this part of me that wishes that I could be more like not yell at my viewers, not yet and tell them to die. Definitely not that. But like sometimes when I do have like an opinion about something, I will wonder like, oh, if I say my opinion, is that going to cause me to lose subscribers because they don't agree with me? So rather than me like saying this is my opinion, I'll just ask everybody what's their opinion rather than saying what my opinion is. You know what I'm saying? Like I will be kind of like that at times. Um, and I do have a lot of respect for people that's like, listen, I'm gonna tell you guys my opinion. You can like it or not, you can subscribe or not. But anyways, I have gotten thicker skin than I used to have. Like things used to bother me more, where now it doesn't. Oh, thank you, Magic One Productions. I do not. I will say I don't like when creators yell at their subscribers or their viewers. I do not like that. Um, oh, that's okay. That's okay. Or demand money. Oh, I watched this one creator who literally told her followers to download Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal so they could send money to her. Like if you don't have it downloaded, go ahead and download it so you can send me money. I was like, what? That's wild.
You know,
What, babe? Get on in here.
I don't want to be in it for a minute. I just want to be in it for a minute. But you're like the light, like seriously, on God, you're the nicest person I know with the biggest heart, and like, so when people accuse you of like scamming
Mhm.
and being mean or being like do all these weird things, they're always like, "L's doing this for money." Like when you actually care about the kid, whatever, like the case, you actually care about the people involved.
Mhm.
It really pisses me off because you are like almost nice to a fault.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And you always have been. Like it's caused so many problems in our marriage
Yeah, it has.
because you're like you can't tell people no, and like
I'll do whatever for
yeah,
people.
your family, you like if your family has asked for stuff or whatever. So it really pisses me off when people are like, "L's this, L's that," and they don't even know. Like they don't have a clue. You're literally like the nicest person I've ever met. Now if they were to say it about me, it might be true. Because I am an asshole. And I am vindictive and petty. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I've been told 2 times already at the job that I started. They're like, "Oh, you speak what's on your mind, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know."
Yeah.
Or like that. I was telling you about the one guy that stinks,
Oh
right?
my God, I
And
know.
everybody was talking bad about him behind his back. Everybody's like, "Man, you smell so and so today," and I'm like, "Dude, you stink." You know, I'm like, "Man, you like, I'm gonna show you some medicated deodorant that'll help you." And like, you stink, dude. Like, you need you need to do something about it.
Yeah, I would have been the type that would not have said nothing to him. And I would have been the type that when the other people were like talking bad about him, I would have been like, shh, y'all be quiet, be quiet.
Well, see, the
Please don't
thing,
let him hear that.
yeah. See, the thing is, like, I'm not gonna sit there and talk about him behind his back
Right, yeah.
unless I say it to his face.
Right.
I mean, after that, I was
Sean
like,
told me about that, what, yesterday? He was telling me about this guy at their job that doesn't smell that great. And everybody talks about him behind his back. And that's what I thought maybe some type of situation, but Sean's like, no, he just don't shower
he just
really.
likes to fish and be outside all the time, and he's young and he doesn't care. He's not really. I don't think he's had very many interactions with a lady, with women or
Mm-hmm.
girls, because he's only like 19.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to this girl the other day, and I was like, "Bro, if you're gonna talk to her, you better take a shower first." Yeah, but I've messed with him, right? And I've said stuff in front of people. But like the first thing I did was take him to the side and like
Mm-hmm.
show him where the deodorant was. And I told him like, "Hey, at one
Yeah, this
time,
man took him to go get some deodorant. Like,
yeah, like I tried to help him, you know." But then, like when he didn't change after a week, then I started kind of ragging on him to make it change, you know,
yeah.
to maybe like give him a little bit of motivation.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
you're
saw.
the complete opposite.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
don't say things, and I don't know. I wonder if that could possibly hurt your channel. Like maybe you sitting on the fence, right? Because
Mm.
you have a channel for everything, right? You have these channels over here that's like strictly conservative content. And you have these liberal channels, and they're all speaking their opinion, and they're all doing good, and they're all successful. You know, but maybe like
Fence sitting is not great.
yeah, maybe you should say what's on your mind. If it costs you subscribers, then it costs you subscribers. You might gain subscribers too. You know.
Yeah, maybe. Um, like whenever we messed up my monetization, um, apparently people didn't. They twisted my video, so I did a live that night, and I was stressed out. Like I remember even like when the live started, I was like this. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, let me tell you what happened. And this was not a live to get people to send me money. It was just because I tell y'all pretty much everything. Like a while ago, I showed you guys my daughter's graduation cap and gown and her invites. And I told you guys about her scholarships. And like we tell you guys a lot, like we told you guys about our son who's ADHD and our son who's autistic and my daughter graduating and our son who just did driver's ed. Like I just tell you guys a lot. So it wasn't. Oh, and two, actually, the main reason I hopped on a live stream to tell you guys about what happened was because I had people reaching out to me wanting to know why their membership was paused. I had somebody that thought I blocked them. They're like, "Hey, why did you block me? Like, I've been a subscriber of yours for a long time and I'm a member. Why would you block me? I've never done anything to you." And I was like, "No, no, I don't want anybody thinking I blocked them." Everybody that was a member got an email saying that their membership was blocked. So I was like, let me get on there and tell them why. And of course, I was stressed out about it for sure. You guys, I put in like Monday through Friday and here lately, weekends, like 8 to 10 hours a day working most days.
Man, it's gotten real bad since I started working.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like in there like stressed out to the max, trying to get as much done on my days off.
I've been out here all day working.
Yeah, because I don't want you like having to try to do it and try to work and everything while I'm working.
Thank you. My daughter is definitely my twin.
But yeah, I mean, I would have bought him deodorant, dude. I like even if he didn't have the money, I would have bought it for him. But he's got money, man. He's just young and like.
I made that notebook back there, but so like Sean has never quit a job. I want to say that. Sean has never quit a job. Sean worked offshore for 10 years. Sean went through the military, Army, then National Guard, and then he worked. He got laid off due to COVID. I saw where somebody was saying like, "Oh, Sean quit his job." No,
Quit my job.
Yeah, this is back when you got laid off due to COVID. Um,
I don't quit jobs.
I've never known Sean to quit a job. He's never quit a
No
job.
matter how shitty it gets or how bad my boss is, I think I like the abuse. I don't know what it is.
So like yeah, her husband quit his job, and now she's got to try to like be the breadwinner. No, literally, Sean was working up until he got laid off due to COVID.
I get money regardless.
And
I
he's
get
a
money
veteran.
back then, I get money now. I mean,
he's a veteran, so he makes money already. But he got laid off due to COVID. When he got laid off, he decided to go to college. Like he went to college and did online college to get a degree in computer coding. And then my channel was doing so well at the time, he didn't need to go back to work. And I really didn't want him to because my husband, ever since I've been with this man, he's been gone half the time. At least.
Like 3/4 of the year.
Yeah.
About 3/4 of the year. Well, I mean, if you figure up since we got married, there was my deployment where I was gone, like almost a year and a half altogether. And then every year.
And you were deployed. When we got together, he was National Guard. But he was offshore as well. So he would go offshore for 21 days, come in for 21 days, go offshore for 21 days, come in for 21 days. Every couple months, he would have to go to Georgia to do catch up on his National Guard drills.
And then I had school in my time off, or I worked over. So at the end of the year, I was spending about 3/4 of the time away from home because I always had rig move or.
And when he worked land, every other hitch
was rig move.
So people have no idea what they're talking about when they talk about his work history, his work ethic. He's never quit a job. He had been oil field for 10 years back in 2016 when it crashed. That was the big crash that happened. Everybody that I know that worked oil field got laid off. So anyways, I think he was working as a mechanic at I don't want to say the name of it, but
I worked shut down after I got laid off, and then I was gone like.
Oh my God,
that was
forever.
terrible. That was terrible. I was working like 14, 16-hour days, and in between going from Mississippi to Missouri, they would tell me I could come home, and I would come home. I would drive home. I would sleep and then get up and leave.
Yep, it was terrible.
And I did that for a while. Yep. And then I got a job on land rigs, working. So for 3 years, I worked on land in Oklahoma, and then got laid off from there. And then I went to. I was working as a diesel mechanic.
Yeah.
Like an hour and a half away from. Sleeping in my truck every other night to save gas and time because I was working 10, 12-hour days.
An hour and a half away from home.
There's an hour and a half away.
Yeah. So anyways, when he was working as the diesel mechanic was when COVID hit, and he got laid off due to COVID. The whole world was laid off. Thankfully, everybody was staying home watching YouTube videos, I guess, because my channel really took off, and I was making decent money to where he didn't need it. And I was like, man, as long as I'm doing this, I want you home. Like, I'm one of those wives that like to have their husband home. I enjoy his company. I know women who hate their husbands. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those. Like, I really like having my husband home. He's missed so much of our kids' lives. He's missed the birth of one of our children. He's missed first steps. He's missed football games. He's missed basketball games. He's missed dare programs. I mean,
more Christmases. More Christmases than I was home for, right? Seemed like I missed every Christmas.
I hope y'all have a happy Easter, Wildflower.
But it's all good. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, I have a point in saying all this. So, I honestly never wanted Sean to go back to work. Never. I didn't. I just wanted him to be able to be home with me and the kids, because even at home with me and the kids, like with me doing YouTube, he still worked a lot. He ran behind the kids. He become Mr. Mom. He kept my house clean. He cooked, almost breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, you guys would see maybe on a stream and him bring me dinner out here. And I worked my butt off in here. I don't know how many books I have full of like my notes and stuff from any story that I cover. I read as many articles as I can find on it. I write my notes. I kind of get like a little script together of what I'm going to say. I put a lot of work into this, right? I mean, I have a whole studio that we purchased. I purchased this building.
How much money do you think we put in the studio?
I don't even know.
I would say.
What would you say? I don't know.
I'd say about 15,000.
Probably.
By the time you figure like computers, lights, desk, rug, chair, electrical, insulation, drywall, screws.
The air conditioner was like almost $500.
Yeah, air conditioner.
The building in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can promise you that if that was happening now and you talked about it, people would be saying you should leave him because he's never around. I know, right? You can't win with these people. You know what I'm saying? So Sean built this building for me. It was a shell of a building, and he completely built it for me. There was no walls in here. It was just what was it?
It's just like a storage building, like you would buy at like Home Depot.
Yeah, but some of them come with the walls. This one didn't have it.
Well, no, it had studs
Had
and then
studs.
metal sheet, like sheet metal on the outside, like a storage. You know,
Right.
it's just for storing tools or your lawnmower or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got a big door to drive a lawnmower through.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just for tools and equipment. But
So Sean spent months building this for me. Um, we bought all the equipment. We went through several different pieces of equipment, a different mic, a different camera, trying to get the best quality, you know. Um, so when when we messed my channel up the other day and the monetization went weird and people thought I blocked them or whatever, I went live and I was stressed. But this was not a ploy to get money. This was not me sad fishing. When people accuse creators of sad fishing, this is a way you can tell if somebody is sad fishing, right? Go to their channel and see if they have content. Check out their community tabs. If their community tabs is them sharing their content and it's like legit content, watch their videos. If most of their videos is like legit content, then that is a person that is working for their paycheck. If you go to their community tab and every other post is for me, can't afford to pay my light bill, for me, this just happened, for me, my son's going through driver's ed, I don't know what I'm gonna do, for me, and then you go and they're doing live stream after live stream after live stream telling about their hardships, then you could say, well, that person ain't really got content. They're just always talking about their hardships. And then when they start talking about their hardships, you know,
super chat,
super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat. So that seems like that's why they're doing it. I have content. I have a channel of substance. So when people say I e-beg or
you don't just half-ass your content either, dude. Like
no,
you really, really
I
put
put a
in
lot of
a
time and
lot of
effort into it.
time and research, time and effort and research into your content. Like you're very thorough with your ADD.
Hey, little Miss L, I just love you. Thank you. Your chat
But
definitely reminds me of myself. I was like, you come fix it. Yeah, Sean is literally, he's my manager. He's my
I do a little bit of everything, right?
production.
Do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
But I'm not that good at anything.
Oh, you're good at everything.
I mean, I'm now like there.
Which color you want, babe?
The blue ones.
So when people say that about eBay, like I rarely, like I do have a banner on. Let me see. Like, okay, on StreamYard, you can make banners, right? Here's my banners. Follow me on my social media accounts. Links in the description box. Oh, that's just email me at netnet.
Better donate, or we're gonna come find you.
I know.
That's
My
where you should
member.
put it.
Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Please don't use certain words that could potentially demonetize this video. If your comment contains certain words, it will be deleted. And then I have this one that scrolls at the bottom. Little. you know?
Don't donate to my Venmo, then.
And I rarely even roll that. Like I rarely even scroll that.
I wouldn't even worry about them.
To get your subscribers want to give you money. That's not anyone. Exactly. Hey, El Picasso. El Picasso. So okay. So when I got on the other day, it's because, like I said, I had people messaging me, and I want to tell you guys what was happening and what was going wrong. And I said, like, okay, this is what's happening. We messed up our monetization. I got demonetized. And my like picture was like, well, I'm demonetized on both videos. And people that didn't watch it, I think misunderstood. They thought that somebody like mass flagged me and got me demonetized. Cause I know there was like creators that liked me that was like, oh my God, no, they got L, and that was not what it was. It was just we made a mistake.
But check it out. If you really think about it logically, it doesn't make sense. Why would we shut down your channel, lose monetization,
in hopes for somebody to donate,
and then hope that somebody's going to donate because of that. Because look, the donations don't really roll in that much. You know what I'm saying?
And YouTube takes half of it if it's YouTube super chats. YouTube takes like 55% of super chats.
Bro, if we were living just off of, like, say you didn't make any money off your video, and all you did was like get the money that's given to you, which we appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's much appreciated,
I love
but it's just not enough to sustain your time.
Right. Yeah. So anybody claiming that like I may have made that up or did it on purpose to get like super chats, no, that's weird. And it's just like somebody made the comment the other day. The comment was made that Molly but purposely had herself mass flagged to be kicked off YouTube to get donations. When Molly made anywhere from 5 to 12 to 18 grand a month on YouTube, that she was going to have to say goodbye to if her channel got shut down, which it did. All for what? Maybe $2,000 worth of donations that day.
On a great, yeah, like it, like.
Say people felt bad for her.
You've never seen $2,000.
No. Say people felt bad for her because her channel got shut down, so they're sending her money because they feel bad. It might be a couple thousand. And somebody literally says she did this on purpose. That she did it on purpose because why? Well, because the cash apps will start coming in. Yeah, but she's kissing away anywhere from 5 to potentially $18,000 a month for 2 or 3 in one day. That the next month she's not getting it. Like that makes no sense.
Can you hear me eating this now online?
No. Yeah, I'm not saying what Molly did was right. I'm just saying, I don't agree with, a lot of things. And I'm not getting into all of that. I just want to talk about that comment where somebody said Molly purposely had herself kicked off YouTube. I was like, no, she didn't. That makes no sense. The things that that was done or said that violated TOS, I don't think she purposely did them to get kicked off YouTube. Anyways.
Was there something that's supposed to go here? Or do you just do it like that?
Yeah, you just do it like that, I think.
Then what's the clip for?
I don't remember. It's been a minute since I used it.
What'd you clip? I don't understand.
I don't remember.
Like maybe if you were like trying to protect, like it was like maybe like a certain type of fabric.
Maybe. I don't remember. That's my So, anyways, I told you guys what happened. Yeah, people did like send me money. There were some people that donated to super chats. There were some people that sent to Cash App and PayPal. I mean, maybe like $200 altogether, maybe.
Which is much appreciated.
Is great.
I mean,
yeah, thank you guys so much.
Dude, anybody who donates, we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I just appreciate like the support for her because like people can say whatever they want, I quit my job, whatever, blah blah blah. I don't care. But she did this for her. And it started off for you, right? It was just something for you to do. And like when I got laid off, she was succeeding at it, right? Your channel was growing, and I'm like, wow, look at her, like she's living her dream, right? I've been slaving, working for another man, killing myself, destroying my body, and like she just comes out of the woodwork with this with this YouTube channel, and she's succeeding at it, and I thought about it, and I'm like, dude, I really believe like she could be successful because of her personality. Because you're such a people person. You're so nice. You can conversate with anybody. Like get along with people. You're not very judgmental. So like I just felt like your personality would. I just felt like you would do well. Yeah, I felt like you would do well with YouTube, and so I was like, I'm gonna try to support her in her dreams no matter what. Like we've been married long enough. I'm not too worried about her like ditching me if I don't have a career and her ditching me and throwing me to the side and then I'm screwed without a career.
Listen, I know how it works, okay? And we ain't got your breast implants yet, so you're not going anywhere.
Gotta get a college education.
College education, breast implants, then you're out.
Yeah, then you take on. That's how women do. But anyways, so I wasn't worried about that. So I literally, trust me, it was a big struggle. It's still a huge struggle for me. I have a degree in
Computer coding.
yeah in coding and software development, or it's not a full degree, but I've graduated from a school in it, like a trade school that's college credited, and I could get a job in it, but it would require me putting a lot of time into it, and so I just took a little job here around the house to make a little bit of secure money, so she's not stressing about like, like, just so she knows there's going to be a certain amount of money coming in every month, and and she can still follow her dreams. So I've tried to support her in her dreams.
These are not. These are real, these ain't. Just kidding.
I had to work for these babies. I didn't pay for them with money. I had to put in work.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
Playing Easter Bunny. So, it was. I don't know. I just know like people are like, oh, Elle's not gonna like. The only reason she's working is for money or something like that. I don't know. Like, she only does true crime for money. Here's the thing: the Bass Chat channel, I switched that to true crime. And it's not because I'm still putting content on there, which not as frequently as I was doing true crime content because
You gotta get paid.
I do have to get paid.
Yep.
I do have a passion for true crime. It's more meaningful when you cover a video and you bring awareness, like a missing child or something like that, or talking about a topic like that. There's more meaning behind it. Um,
Nobody got time to put 50, 60 hours into something every week and not
and
make any money from it.
no matter how much you love it,
Gotta be rich.
yeah. If you have 6 children and you have one, one's about to go to college, one is about to get his driver's license, you cannot put 8 to 10 hours a day into a job that you can't get paid for. Like when I saw somebody say that, like, oh, L, like doesn't want to, wants to get paid to work. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to get paid? Here's the thing: when I was doing this before, just in my spare time, and it wasn't an income that benefited our family. We didn't need it. Like when Sean worked offshore, we didn't need me to make money on YouTube. I just jumped on YouTube and started doing videos, and it just so happened I started getting paid, and I was like, "Great, that's awesome!" Like, of course, it's even better that I was getting paid, but it was not a necessity when I first started. I didn't need to do this channel to get paid. So back then, though, I only did it in my spare time.
They just try to find anything to demonize
Yeah.
you, and I mean that's just the way it is. I mean, these people like
But that's the thing. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I would still do my YouTube.
yeah, there's a group of people out there. No, there's a percentage of the world that they're just like low life, you know, pieces of crap that love. They're like leeches, man.
Mhm.
When somebody's succeeding, they're not happy.
It's
When
wild.
somebody is successful, when somebody's happy, when somebody's beautiful, got a great personality like you, well, then they look at you and they're just like, they're jealous. They're like a leech. They want to latch on and just suck the life out of you. There's people like that everywhere, man.
Well, what's so crazy is like 9 times out of 10, I've heard these channels be like, I don't need YouTube money. I'm not even monetized. But guess what? 2 or 3 months later, they're monetized. and then they got ads on their channel, and then they're taking super chats. And it's like, if you don't care about the money and you don't want to make money, don't enable your super chat feature. Don't enable your thanks button. Take off monetization if you're on. If you know what I mean. Everybody, of course. If we can make money and do what we love, why not? Like, I'm not putting out as much content, true crime content right now, because I am trying to get this channel back going. Because it did take a huge hit whenever I switched to true crime. And then people saying that I bought subscribers because my views don't match my subscriber count. And I'm like, anybody that's paid attention to my channel though would know why. Because
Yeah, pretty feet too.
thank you, babe. Thank you.
You're really good looking.
Thank you.
Good feet.
For feet.
You ain't got no force to look.
No, I don't. I imagine some
No
people do.
talent. You got pretty feet.
Thank you.
Very feminine.
Yeah, I do have, I guess I have feminine feet. I forgot what I was saying. What was I
No,
saying?
I'm sorry. I don't know. I just something about something. You were saying something about like I don't know some people was doing something. I wasn't really listening. You said something about people not having it or like talking about I don't need money off of YouTube, and then like a little bit later you see it, they get monetized, and then they have an ad on their channel, and then that's when I started.
Okay, give me a second to think because I was past that. Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. When people's like, you're clearly buying subs because your views don't match your subscriber count. You have 73,000 subscribers, but you're only getting 3,000 views. Okay, this is why. Let me explain it. Because I've never bought subscribers, okay? So let me explain what has happened here, okay? I got like 70,000 followers from covering reality TV, okay? And then all of a sudden, I swapped to do true crime. So the 70,000 followers that I had before, maybe a couple of thousand of them wants to watch my true crime, but not all of them do. I gained about 3,000 subs off true crime. My true crime content gets around 3.5, 4,500 views. So what I've gained a little bit more, sometimes that's what my like average view, my average views are on true crime content. But that's the people that I've gained thus far, and maybe a few, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Going back now to reality TV, it should do better because I gained my following on reality TV, not true crime. I gained 70,000 subs on reality TV. So by switching to true crime, I'm not going to get the views like I would normally because I'm not covering what I grew my channel off of. I don't know if that makes sense. So when people's like, oh no, I posted myself completely naked playing basketball and only got 4 views, I'm so sorry.
You know, I feel like if you talk about them, if you talk about this stuff, this is
Well, I'm
just
not talking
my
about anybody in particular.
no.
I'm just saying. Sorry, babe.
I was just gonna say, I feel like if you talk about these things that people say, then you bring like it's almost like you like act like it's even valid. You know what I mean?
I was just making it make sense for
Yeah,
people
yeah, I know,
that
I know,
don't
but the people,
understand it.
but I feel like most people, I feel like just don't think that way. I think the only people that really think that way are scummy people to begin with.
Gummy dummies.
Most people are just trying to get on YouTube and click on something and enjoy it. You know, they're
Mhm.
just trying to have a good time. They're trying to relax and get a little bit of peace. You
Yeah.
know, and watch something that to entertain them. They're not in it for the drama. They're not. They don't care about your view count. They don't care about you know um how many views versus how many subs you're getting. Like they just want to watch
That's hilarious.
They just want to watch content that they like, you know,
Right.
and they want consistent content that they like. So when they get home and their kids are in bed or when they're washing the dishes or whatever, they can just click on something, kick back, and relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Normal people don't give a rat's ass about your subs, like how many subs you have versus how many views you're getting. They'll never think about it because they're so damn busy. They just click on your video and they want to watch it. They like your
Right.
content, right? So,
Right.
like, when addressing all those weirdos that like look into all that stuff and are constantly like, trying to um criticize people and suck the life out of you, right? They're trying to put you down, and they're in this one click or like
Mhm.
1%. It's like a percentage of the world because it's not just on YouTube, they're everywhere, right?
Yeah.
They're in that percentage, but they're not really valid human beings. They're just leeches, and they're parasites, and that's all they'll ever be. So don't even address them. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even look at them.
Yeah.
Like, if you had a tick, you're just gonna like pull it off, crush it, throw it away, never pay attention to it again. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. Yeah.
These people are like ticks.
Leeches.
They latch on when you're walking around having a good time, and they latch on to you and they start sucking the life out of you.
Vampires.
Yeah.
Leeches.
And
Snakes.
vampires are too sophisticated for these people. You know what I'm saying? Vampires are almost like kind of cool.
Good night, Joe. I hope you have a good Easter, Joe.
They're more like leeches or tapeworms or something.
When I'm bored or when I'm doing yard work, I put old videos on. That's a couple years old before I start watching. They have no creative ideas. Exactly. I feel like if anybody wants to say anything about somebody like sad fishing or anything like that, I'm like, first off, you have no creative content. You're not on here putting out work, but you're getting paid to gossip and talk bad about people.
Look, there's one
Is
woman,
that respectable?
there's one woman that talks about you. I've seen clips and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, this woman is so jealous, and it's so obvious. I'm like, she's got nothing in life. And she's just getting on YouTube talking bad, not just about you, but other people.
Mm-hmm.
She's just trashing other people. You can tell she's just this bitter, like past her prime woman that's just like doesn't have nothing, anything, right? She never talks about kids. You never see any kids. You never see, she never talks about her husband or boyfriend or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Because she probably ain't got one. She damn sure ain't got a Sean.
Mm-mm. No,
Um,
baby.
so she's looking at you and she's like, man, that woman's got a beautiful husband. She's beautiful. And she's got a husband that loves her. And she's successful. She's creative. She can make content. And she's just jealous of that. You know?
Mm-hmm.
She's so bitter. You can just tell.
And it's like, why? I don't do nothing to these people. It's
But they're
weird.
just jealous. It's your success. And
It's super
your
weird.
looks. And look at you. Right there. You're right there. That's where you are. Close your eyes. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Last night, Sean
What I did last night.
rubbed me down with tan in a can because I want to be a little tan for Easter in case I wear like a dress or something. I don't know.
That would be nice if you wore a dress.
Mm-hmm.
Have a thing.
Here's this ring ceremony. I wore one.
Yeah, you can look cute. Yeah,
Thank you, Picasso.
you look really good.
Sean is definitely a sweetie. Hey, I'm here, bossy.
No, I'm not sweet. I'm not as sweet. Really not. I always tell her I feel like I'm a bad person trying to be good, and it's exhausting.
He's not.
And I feel like she's a good person that just is good, and it comes so easy. And I'm
I
like,
thought you were gonna say a good person trying to be bad.
no, you're like a good person that just comes easy. And I look at all these people in the world, and I see these people that are just good, and they're good in like every way.
You are.
Almost.
You're great.
They're good in like every way almost.
The
But
reason he thinks he's like a good person trying to be bad is because, like,
I think I'm a bad person.
yeah,
Trying
bad
to be
person trying to be
good.
good is because, like, he's the type that, like, if I let him, would mess someone up.
Yeah. Like I believe in violence to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in unprovoked violence, and I don't believe in oppressing the weak.
Like, not with our kids, but like,
I
just
believe,
say somebody like that has a go at me all the time. He would absolutely believe in like showing up at somebody's doorstep. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I believe what makes the world. This is my philosophy on like the world, right? The world is ran by violence or the threat of, right? Russia doesn't attack the United States because the United States will attack Russia back, right? So it's the threat of violence. And if communication ever breaks down past the point to where it's unproductive, then that's when countries go to war, right? Well, it's the same thing in your everyday interactions. Men respect other men when they're talking to other men because they know if you disrespect another man enough, then there's the potential to be hit in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk to another man, you respect him as much as you can until there's some disagreement. And even when you disagree, you stay respectful to a certain point. If communication ever breaks down, well, then there's the threat of violence, right? So you try to keep it as civil as possible. So at the end of the day, violence is what keeps everybody civil, like the threat of violence, right? You know what I'm saying? When
out law and order, you know, like
well,
kept
no, not
everybody
really. I mean,
civil.
at the end of the day, if it was just law and order, then it would be like that's one problem I think we have in our country is like we're too lenient on people who commit heinous crimes,
Yeah.
right?
So hot.
It is kind of hard. I think when when you're lenient on people who commit terrible crimes and do terrible things to people, then it doesn't deter. It doesn't deter people from doing it that much, right?
68.
It's kind of like in Iraq.
Thank you.
In Iraq, before we went there, the way it was with Saddam, the way that country was ran is you could literally set down $1 million in the middle of the town and walk away from it, and nobody will take it because they are scared to death to steal anything. Because if you get caught stealing anything, they cut your arm off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's like the.
What are you doing?
You can keep talking.
Well, I just believe that that's what. I just believe that's what ultimately keeps the world civil, right? So there's some people that you can't communicate with because they have no bound. They have no boundaries across any line. I'm thinking of one person in particular on YouTube that talks about you. They will cross any line. They'll make up any lie. They'll do anything they can. That you can't communicate with somebody like that. At the end of the day,
well, when someone will go to those
right,
when someone will go to those extremes, that they will lie, they will twist anything. That's why, like, I would never have a private conversation with a couple of creators that I know this is that way. It's like it doesn't matter what you say, they'll twist it. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably really the only way to get that person to shut up is legally or forcefully.
Yeah, like men that attack other women are cowards. Like that's another thing. Like
absolutely.
I believe I'm kind of old school. Are you okay?
That now later went down the wrong pipe.
Do you need some help?
No, I got it. You gonna do the Heimlich?
No, I'm gonna extract it.
Go carry on. My niece's husband is a first lieutenant in the National Guard, only 23. My niece is 6 months pregnant, and he has to go to Virginia for almost a month for some kind of classes he has to take. Yeah, that's drill. What's it called?
I don't know. He's going. He's probably. I don't know. I mean, it could be a lot of things. He's going to Virginia. I mean, he could be going for a language or something. I mean, it could be all kind of different things.
Yeah.
There's all kind of different schools. But like, okay, you take for instance, like I believe old school stuff. Like, a man shouldn't hit a woman unless it's self defense. I mean, if a woman's just straight up beating the crap
Well,
out
yeah,
of
I
you,
guess you could say
well,
that.
then you got to, right?
But you
Well,
still
could
don't have
just
to hit her.
you could slam her down on the ground or something. And
Push
hold
her
her.
back a little bit. Hold her down.
Yeah, but there's some women out there that will straight up attack me
I've
and
seen
go
women
crazy.
hit me and be like, hit me. Come on, hit me. You ain't gonna hit me. You ain't about it. You ain't gonna hit me.
And
And
the
then I'm
second-
sitting there thinking, hit her. Hit her. Because she's just beating up on you and she knows you're not gonna do nothing and she's taunting you at this point.
The second
hit her one
the
good
second
time,
he does
she'll
something
be
to
done.
her, she'll call the cops on him. But on the other end of that, there's men that literally beat the crap out of women. And I believe that those kind of men prey on the weak, right?
Yeah.
Prey on people who are weaker than them. And ultimately, I feel like those kind of men are predators.
Yeah.
If you beat if you like those kind of men don't go talking to other men that way and slapping another man around, but they go home and they slap their wife around, right? Because she's weaker than them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do that, I feel like you're a predator. If you hurt children, you're a predator. And I think there are people in this world that are just predators, and they'll never be anything but a predator. And I feel like those type of people really need uh, an adjustment in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't stand to see someone prey on the weak, on women and children. And I'm not saying women are weak, but they're weaker than men. You know what I mean? Physically.
Mm-hmm.
Women have a lot of strengths that men don't. You have a lot of strengths. I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was saying a while ago. It's almost like you're just like, it's so easy for you to be good, and I gotta be like, try hard. You ever feel that way? Like you gotta try hard to be good? I know. That's why I'm jealous. I'm jealous of people who have to try hard.
I don't feel like you have to try hard to be good.
Sometimes. I feel like I got this little
Demon on your shoulder.
like in me,
Do it, Sean.
I
Hit
know.
him. Hit him. Fly. Jump on a plane and fly over there to.
Yeah.
Fly over there and show up at his front door and knock him out, Sean.
Yeah.
That's me on your little shoulder doing that. That's me.
I just feel like I have this. I feel like I was born with this meanness in me.
You do have a little bit of a mean streak, but I think it's okay at times. Because one thing that I liked about Sean immediately was I knew nobody would ever disrespect me in front of him. Standing. If they were physically in our presence, he would not allow it to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like even the other day, I won't get into really what happened, but like the other day, we had a situation where someone was it was like a stupid situation. Someone was running their mouth, and I had to calm him down.
I'm a lot different than I used to be. I'm a lot more. I'm a lot nicer than I used to be, but it's taken a lot of work, right? Like when I came back from Iraq for a long time, I was really
Yeah.
struggling. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't know you then, but your mom told me about it.
Even after, when I got with you, I was still struggling.
Mm-hmm.
But you've made me want to be a better person. You've opened my eyes to a lot of things. It made me rethink things. It's made me want
You're like a grizzly bear. But if I feed him, you're okay.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you gotta feed me.
Let me see your tan hands. Look at his thumb.
My thumb looks so small on the thing, right? It always
Mm-hmm.
looks tiny. Why does my thumb look so small?
I don't know. Looks like you got baby
I
hands.
know. It's like I just have muscular
Baby
hands.
Look, how do this. Do this where they can see that muscle right there. I think it's crazy, like that big muscle that you have right there.
What about my tan leg?
Oh my god, y'all should see his leg. He has a big tan on his leg. Because I put on tan in a can. He rubbed me down with tan in a can last night. Who's got bigger hands? I mean, I probably have longer hands. I don't know. No. Even on nails, you still have longer hands.
Yeah, longer fingers.
Well, because my fingernails. Like I was thinking like with my fingernails that maybe. What do you do? Chop wood all day? Golly.
I used to swing sledgehammer all day.
Offshore. So last night, he was doing like I had him rub me down with tan in a can, and it was right before I took a shower. I exfoliated my whole body. I washed my hair. I put my hair up in a bun. I get out, and I have him rub the tan all over me. And you're supposed to let it dry before you go to bed, but I was like trying to get in bed because I was tired, you know. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like butt whole naked. I'm like flopping all around, moving all around, like try to you know, like wind myself down or whatever to get my like tan dry. And he's like standing over there like looking at me, and he thought it was like hilarious, and I thought it was funny.
That's what, that's things that like people don't get to see about her too. Like when she's butt naked in the bathroom, like flapping around and like
no, you're not gonna see that.
Squatting in the air and flapping your arms.
I was not squatting. I was not squatting.
Kind of squatting. You're squatting a little bit, like
maybe so. Maybe I was like,
yeah, you're kind of like bouncing.
Sounds fantastic. Yes. Is the exfoliating part on Patreon? No. No.
I was like on my knees, like putting tan on your butt.
he's like behind me on his knees, and I'm like standing in front of him. He's like rubbing tan on my butt, on the back of my legs, on my back, which is weird because like back in the day, I would have never like I was super super shy about my
lights
body.
were on.
I'm like running
the lights were on for like literally like I don't even know, man. 8 years of our marriage. You would be like one hand over your butt,
yeah,
one hand over, like running through. I'm like, I'll just watch her and laugh.
Yeah, but now I don't care. He has seen every part of me, so it's like, well, who cares at this point? And he still loves me, so
I've even seen inside you, like
that sounds weird.
Well, no, they cut you open.
Okay.
Remember?
Yes. Yeah, but I didn't know where you were going with that at first.
I ain't seen this out there.
Well, like you were, you know.
It'd be hard.
Well, when I miscarried, you know, you were like down there.
You still don't really see.
In there. Yeah. That's so weird. I did that with wet fingernails, flapping my hands to dry them. My husband thought I'd lost it. Yeah, I'm basically the cabana boy. Don't worry, I've been there for sure. I would do that as a career if it was legal.
It is. I mean, people do it as a career. People put tanner on.
Oh yeah. I was gonna do it honestly.
Yeah, we bought a tanning machine.
Yeah, I have a tanning machine and everything. I have the tent that you get into and you spray it. And I used to get him to do that.
Why do you buy that? I can spray it.
Because I just got the tan in a can from Walmart. Because I would have had to do it from Amazon and take days to come in. But I have the tent and everything. And
maybe we could spray that other stuff on you, right? The tan in a can.
I don't have. Oh yeah.
We dump it in the sprayer and spray it and put it on you.
I think so. But I'll show you guys. Y'all know, most girls probably know this, but so I have the whole machine.
Yeah, you buy a tanning machine, and you know. I don't know. I don't know if you're a guy. I mean, if you're a guy, you're probably not going to have a lot of women come to you unless you act really gay, right? I think women are comfortable around guys who are gay, right?
Yeah, I would go to a guy.
You would go to a guy
Mhm.
to get a spray tan
Yeah,
if
yeah,
he was gay,
if he was gay, yeah, because I
not if he
wouldn't.
was straight.
Not if he was straight, no. Because I wouldn't know if he was like checking me out, you know. Because I always got spray tans and nothing but panties.
Yeah, yeah. You wear
So
panties, right?
no bra,
Yeah, no
panties.
bra. Yeah, but it would be weird to do it for like if it was a straight guy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you go in it, you stand in a tent, and then you spray them down like that.
See, I don't think it would matter for me. I don't think it would matter if it was a woman, a guy, or gay guy. Because it would just be awkward as hell for me to begin with, right?
Hmm. But me and Sean, when I bought the kit, when I bought the whole thing, it comes with a machine. It comes with the.
So, shoot, I do lotion on everyone, and I ain't gay at all yet.
Yeah. What do you think of Trisha Paytas? She had a little girl. I think Trisha Paytas having a baby, it really changed her for the good.
Oh, it does, don't it?
What?
Changes most people.
Yeah, it does for most people. So I got the machine from my cousin. She had purchased it off Amazon for like $300, 350 maybe, and she never used it. She had it for like 6 months, never used it. So she sold it to me for cheaper for like 200 or 175 or something. So I got it a lot cheaper, and it comes with the feet thing that you step on. That way you don't if you walk in the tent barefooted and after you get sprayed,
The bottom of your feet won't get tan.
yeah, the bottom of your feet will get terribly tan if you don't have these things on. So you put these sticky pads on your feet. You you spray yourself with this stuff that makes the tan stick, and then you spray yourself. But when I got it, me and Sean started watching videos on how to do it. Because I thought maybe for a second, I was like, maybe I'll start doing tans. You know,
We
I can have
thought
my
maybe
YouTube channel,
we would like
split the
split the
building.
building, and you could do it. But thinking
Couldn't.
about it now, that would be terrible. The overspray would be hideous. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
we
there
get
would
all
be
over the
tan
walls.
everywhere.
Okay, I can show you guys the one that I have.
It's not complicated though. It's really easy.
It's really easy.
It really is. And once you get used to it,
Yeah.
like I gave you pretty good even tans
Sean did really good.
here recently. Last time we did it, it wasn't recently, but now it just kind of stays put up. But we got it if you ever need it.
I'm out of the stuff now.
It's kind of like the steamer.
Yeah, I have the steamer.
Yeah, look.
My mama had it for like 2 years.
Yeah, I bought this steamer for her because she used to be an iron fanatic.
Yeah, I used to iron all day, every day.
Yeah, the kids always had to have their clothes ironed. Sorry.
That's in my ear, babe.
Sorry. But anyways, the kids always had to have their
Clothes iron.
clothes ironed. I used to remember back in the day when I used to always have my pants ironed in the crease, and I would starch them.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy days.
So these are the pads that you wear on your feet, and this is the best kind of spray stuff to get. This Norvell. This is what I bought from Walmart right here. I want the darkest tan possible is what I got, and it is not the darkest possible.
No, it sucks actually.
No,
It tanned me more than
it tanned Sean more than it tanned me.
in one spot on my leg.
So I'm trying to find the one that I have.
He said he had no pants when he said the breeze. Did I say I had no pants when I said the breeze?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think I said
I didn't know you saw the priest.
I didn't see the priest. I need to see the priest.
He's on that demon out of you.
For real.
Where is it? All right, so here, just say here, this isn't the one that I have, but this is similar, right? So here's the tent that you have, which this is kind of like my tent, right?
Yeah.
So you walk into the tent, and then here's the machine. So you see that little jug? You pour your tan in there. and then you let someone spray you.
Turn it on.
You turn it on. You set the settings. These little knobs. These knobs adjust this how much
Air
solution
versus
comes out.
solution.
Yeah, how much solution comes out. So you can, when you're spraying up and down, like you want the knobs to be one way. But then if you want to spray this way, you want the knobs to be another way. And you spray like your arms one way versus like
You
your
do your face one way.
you do your face one way and your
You do
feet
your feet.
the same way.
Yeah. You do your face and feet different than
Than the rest of your body. Yeah. This must be how Trump got so orange. Actually, if you get the right solution, you won't be orange. You'll be dark. You'll be tan.
Yeah, dude. Some of that solution worked good. Like you had a really good tan several times.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is you used to stay with a tan. You could go outside for 10 minutes and come inside with the best looking tan. And now you're kind of lost it.
Okay, this one looks more like the one that I have. Yeah, I used to stay with a tan, and now I've kind of lost it. Yeah.
Which is wild because you always had like a dark.
Thank you.
You always had a dark.
Yeah, like an under.
Yeah, like a dark kind of tone.
So this is my machine.
But you got lighter.
And this is the stuff that you spray. And this is pre-tan. And then you can get the 1 hour Norvell, or you can get the this one I think you leave on longer. Either way, I haven't gotten any more, but here's the tan with it.
And that looks like a real one.
Yeah, that looks like a real one, yeah.
Like that was really a tan from tan. I mean, her tans look good most of the time. There's a couple times we kind of
messed them up a little bit. But
yeah. In the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah, we messed them up a little bit. Like my hands would be really tan, or but yeah.
One leg would be darker.
One leg would be darker than the other, yeah. But yeah, this is about how dark you can get with that. And we would do my daughter. Well, I would do my daughter for like prom and like dances. I would spray tan her.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like at night when everybody go to bed, set the tin up, spray my daughter. So I'm so Irish and pale. I see that. He's Irish.
Some Irish. My mom is a good Irish and Scottish. But my dad, on the other hand, is Spanish and Native American and French.
My daughter, and my son, my older ones, they are Native American and Spanish. And then our kids are Native American on your side, Spanish on my side.
Spanish on my side.
Spanish on your side.
My grandma.
I know your grandma.
Remember my grandma? Well, her mama only spoke Spanish.
Oh yeah? I didn't know that.
She didn't speak English.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. She never drove. Which neither did my grandma.
Neither did your grandma, yeah. I knew your grandma.
She never drove. She only went to town once a week on Friday. When my grandpa got paid, he drove there, picked her up, took her to town. They got groceries. Went home.
That's how my grandma was. She went to town on Fridays.
And every morning,
she drove.
Every morning, no matter if she was sick or what, she was up making biscuits. 6 o'clock in the morning, biscuits were made. My grandpa had a lunch. Had breakfast, had a lunch. And she brought tons of people in this world, right? So if you look at like, she had kids. She had what, 5 kids? How many aunts and uncles do I have? Sheila, Weedy, Emily, Robert, my dad.
Yeah.
5 kids. Who all had kids.
We did not do 23andMe.
She took care of all of us. Like when we'd all be out there, she would make tons of biscuits. We'd wake up in the morning, there'd be biscuits, syrup, and honey, and eggs. She's one hell of a woman.
We did not do 23andMe, but I know somebody that did 23andMe, and it was not a good outcome.
Yeah, they ended up finding out their dad wasn't their dad.
And this person was like 30 something years old. And they said that like one of the workers there said like 40% of the people that do this find out that they are not biologically the child of their dad, the person they thought was their dad.
No, it was 44. It was the 40% of.
You tell it, I don't know.
No, 40% of the DNA test, right?
Yes.
So he was a counselor that I heard talk about this, and he said whenever somebody got a DNA test on their child or something, 40% of the results were not related to
That's
their
what it was.
father. And so he counseled a lot of these people, and he ended up having to quit doing it because it was taking such a toll on him. Another way that people found out they weren't related to their father was through DNA tests, like 23andMe, or what's the other one?
Ancestry.com.
Ancestry, yeah. So that's another way that people would find out, like grown years later. You know, they run this thing and they find out they're related to somebody they don't know
That they're not supposed to be
they're
related
not supposed to be
to.
related to, and then it comes out that their father wasn't their father. So he counseled a lot of these people, and he counseled a lot of the kids that ended up finding out years later when they're like 30 years old that their father wasn't their father. He counseled a lot of the men that found out they had raised a kid that wasn't
theirs, yeah.
biologically theirs, and yeah. So he said it took a big toll on him. But my mom does genealogy. That's how we know where we come from. Like my mom traces family lineages back as far as she can.
We didn't get Bobby. Did we get Bobby?
I got Bobby. That's something that she does. She needs to start doing it for money because she does it for people all the time and she doesn't get paid for it. But she can. She can actually do it online for other people. She's really good at it, man. She can go back. Like she did your family and went back a long way, and she did my family and found out like that. So like on my dad's side, we're Native American and we're related to Pocahontas, and that the real, and we're related to some pirate that was off the coast of New Orleans for a long time. I can't remember his name, like something with feet or something. I think. But anyways, and then on her side, the Irish and Scottish, she were related to William Wallace from Braveheart. That led the like the Scottish Revolution or whatever. So pretty cool. Most people are actually related to somebody that was famous when they start digging into it. It's pretty cool. To an avocado. Married Brady on and he had a relationship with cheating. Carla.
Jump ship.
Yeah.
My dad had a child that we didn't know about until she was like 25 or so.
Yeah, I'm not real big on like I've worked with men that, talk about cheating and stuff all the time, and I never had much respect for people who
You don't respect my daddy? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I love your dad. He's more like a friend than like a father-in-law. But,
Yeah.
Cheating is just not like.
I don't think he cheats anymore. He ain't got a woman.
No, I mean, yeah, but it's not so much that I didn't respect people who cheated, right?
My dad was a cheetah, pumpkin eater. Big time.
Because there are
Mm.
people that just, they make a mistake. So that happens, and I get it. But I don't have respect for people who go to work bragging about cheating on their
Yeah,
wife.
yeah,
Right?
exactly. I don't like that either.
Yeah, that's me. I want honesty at all times. Like, I want honesty. Like, if you want to leave me and go to another man, then just tell me,
Hmm.
and I'll start hanging out at the strip club. No, I'm just kidding.
Not the thing.
But don't run behind my back and cheat on me and betray me and lie to me and then smile on my face. Like, that would be the ultimate, and I'm sure it is for most people. That would be the ultimate,
Hmm.
like, what are you doing, man?
Looking at something on Twitter.
And that Brad be like, oh, so you just 22 women here. What are you looking at?
Beta on Twitter. I was you disappointed two women. I know. Yeah, my dad cheated on my mom with our neighbor, and got her pregnant, and she had the child, and when the child was like 2 or 3 years old or something, my dad, my mom actually caught my dad in the bed with her because my dad like drove a log truck, and he came home but didn't come in the house. So my mom like saw the log truck parked and was like, I guess she had like a sneaking suspicion, so she walked over there and they were doing the. So my mom, she believes that my mom also believes in violence to a certain degree. So she may or may not have beat both of them up. Um, the next day, the woman was gone. Like the next day, the woman had moved and she moved to a completely different state, Delaware. She moved to Delaware. She had a sister that lived in Delaware. She took off. And years and years later, my brother's girlfriend got a message on Facebook. I was like, hey, I think I'm related to your boyfriend. And the girl's mom would never tell her who her dad was. Um, her aunt finally gave her the name, gave her my dad's name. So she Googled my dad's name, and my grandma's obituary came up, and she saw our names. So she was trying to find my brother, and she found my brother's girlfriend's Facebook account, messaged her. So, yeah, she was scared. Like that's why the mother, would never tell her daughter who my dad was because she was like scared of my mom. Um, because they were together for many many years after that. My mom and my dad. Um, so uh, anyways, she messaged my brother, and my brother's girlfriend called Flossie. I mean, Flossie lived together at the time. She said, "So I just got this message." Oh no, she actually messaged my brother, but my brother's girlfriend was checking his messages and saw it. And she was like, "So some girl messaged your brother and said that she thinks that she is his sister." And so Flossie like puts it on speakerphone. I'm about to go. Are you about to go to bed?
I'm gonna go inside and then go to bed.
So it was like, um, so this girl messaged your brother and said that she thinks that y'all are related, that she thinks that she is his sister. And so Flossie puts it on speakerphone and we're like, what's her name? And she tells us the name. Well, it wasn't her name that we recognized. We said, ask her mom's name. And so she messaged back and said, what's your mom's name? And the girl said, my mom's name is so and so. And we knew who this was because our mom, growing up, always told us about the time she called our dad with the neighbor. And she told us her name. Like we always knew the woman's name, that our mom called our dad with the neighbor. Her name was X, Y, and Z. She beat her up. She actually drug her to my grandparents' house, who lived right across the street, and was like, "Look what your son's been doing," and it was a big old ordeal. So, anyways, so we was like, "Wow, yeah, maybe so." Like we know this one, we know of this woman, we've heard about her growing up. So we call our mom, and our mom is like, "Hmm, that's possible," you know, because they were, and when she left, she had a child that was this age. I didn't know they were had been in it that long, but maybe it's possible. So then we got on the phone with her, and she told us about how her aunt gave her our dad's name. Since then she's done digging, and she actually found some paperwork where her mom tried to set my dad up for child support, but they were gonna force a DNA test. So she said, never mind. Um, so yeah, it was a big ordeal. We talked to our dad, and he was like, "Well, I didn't know, whatever." So she ended up coming down, and we've met a couple of times, and she's been on my chats a few times. Like she's jumped in my lives a couple of times and like, "Hey, sis." She does look like my dad's side of the family. Oh wow. My dad went overseas for work 2 different times. I always wanted to get anything out there. Would put it past my dad to do that. So, look, my dad, I'm telling you, my dad was a player. My mom and dad did end up getting a divorce. And my dad remarried, had another son who is younger than me. What do we think about Elon Musk? I like Elon Musk personally. Um, I like him. Um, Sean likes Elon Musk too. My niece's husband is adopted as well, and doesn't even want to go down that rabbit hole. I know that's right. I hope he builds a lawnmower to cut the grass by itself. Oh, girl. I know, right? Just be like, I don't know, like how you can has like a little computer, and you draw out like the shape of your yard, how big it is, and it has like a camera on it where it can see like cars and a house, and it just drives itself, and you from your phone, you can control it from your phone, because you know how some grass you need to cut it shorter than other parts of the yard. So on you're like watching it, and you're like, okay, it's about to get in the ditch. So we need to move the blade up to 3. You know what I'm saying? There's a lawnmower that cuts grass by itself already. Is it Bluetooth to your phone? Because I need that would be cooler. I remember one time I was watching this show. It was like Comedy Club or whatever. I don't remember who it was. And he was talking about shoes. He was talking about somebody had shoes, and they were like $2,000 boots. And he was like, what did he say? Something about, I am not spending 2 grand on some damn boots. If I spend 2 grand on some boots, it better, if I'm walking towards a palace, it better turn my right around, I was like, that's the truth. That I had no idea that there was a lawnmower that cuts grass by itself. My best friend's dad left them when she was 10 or 11. He never paid child support. She doesn't know she's getting married. Holy effing that's word. Um, she deserves her back time child support. Shoot, let her get it. That's hers. I want a Bluetooth mower. Yeah. I saw this shirt and it was like, every parent knows what this means. And it was like, just the letter for if you don't get your in the house right now, I'm about to, and I was like saying it. Even though it's just one letter, I was like, if you don't get your, I was like, yep, every parent knows what that means. I have kids, so I know how to cuss in many ways. I don't like spending $40 to shoes, let alone to yeah, exactly. I don't care if I ever got like some of these YouTubers on YouTube where they're making 20, 30, $40,000 a month. I still wouldn't spend $2,000 on those shoes. I'm cheap, especially when it comes to myself. Anyways, you guys, oh my god, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. We have Easter tomorrow, so we have a lot to do tomorrow. I got to get up. I got to wash my booty. I got to curl my hair because I'm going to curl my hair tomorrow. Got to get all my 6 children ready for Easter, which um, I don't have to get most of them ready. I do still put socks on all of my boys. Um, I won't spend $30 on shoes. I will spend $30 on shoes. Like I have like 3 pair of shoes in my office right now. I have my black Vans in my office. I have these Nikes, which I really like wearing with like black tights, like Nike tights. And then Sean bought me these because I'm a slide type of person too, and I steal slides really bad. Not from other people, just from like my family. Like if Paris comes home from a friend's house with new slides, they're mine. If Sean has a new pair of slides, they're mine. So I'm really bad about stealing slides. Um, and then I have a pair of white. What were those shoes that everybody was wearing not too long ago? You got to have the guards in them so they don't bend. Um, Sean, what are those? We bought them for Paris for Christmas. Um, and we ordered them to come quicker because it was like last minute shopping and she didn't like them. And they were like 125. And that is the most I've ever spent on any shoes for me, but they technically weren't for me. They were for her. Were they Air Force Ones? I don't were they? Maybe. Yes, they are. That's what it is because they're yeah, these. But I would have never bought them for myself. They're not they don't look like that. They're plain white. Like these. Oh my god, these. Like, hold on. And I really like those, but and like I said, we bought them for Paris and we had to order them and we had to like overnight them to try to get them in time, which they still didn't come in time. Um, yeah, it's probably why my feet are bad. Um, and then Caden just bought him. Caden got a new pair of shoes and they were 140, but he put some of the money on that. How do you keep them so white? Wash them. Wash them. Scrub them. Um, we ended up getting my daughter another pair that were a little different. Um, but anyways, I gotta get off here. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I love you guys. I will try to get the Chrisley video up tomorrow. If it's not, like, probably not gonna be until tomorrow evening. But y'all check out the Chrisley video because I don't even know how they're in prison right now with everything that went wrong in their trial. Guilty or not, some shady things were done in their trial that shouldn't have been done. Anyways, I love y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. Happy Easter, everyone. I'll see y'all maybe tomorrow.